Let's play some cards.
Yeah, let's do it. Welcome to the game, poker fans. Mr. Unlucky back, and we're just starting out. We've got pocket sevens on the button, so let's see what happens. We've got a limp in front of us here, and a raise. We're in position with a pair. We're going to take a flop. Now, I should mention that I have moved up in a level here. I was playing $3.30 sit and goes. This is a $6.60 sit and go.
It's serious poker.
As you can see up at the top, my bankroll has increased a bit, and we're up in the 80s. I should still be playing 330, but I'm feeling frisky, and we're going to go for it today. So let's see what happens. We've got a caller out of position, while one player is taking their time trying to figure out whether they want to invest. Let's see where we go from here. All right, not the flop exactly we were looking for. Let's see what the action looks like. It's either a pot builder or a fairly strong holding, maybe an ace 10 or a king 10, or maybe they've got two diamonds and they're just looking to build a pot. We're going to peel off another card. That is not the other card we were looking for, although I don't know what I was thinking, because I wouldn't have been happy with the 7 of diamonds either. And another value bet, small bet. And we're going to represent the flush with a value raise. Nope. I'm expecting an all-in here. There's a lot of money in the pot already. Yep, there it is. Okay. I don't think we have much of a choice here. We're going to have to go ahead and fold our sevens.
I got you. Look at this. I bluffed the big ringer.
Well, maybe, but I'll be honest, it didn't feel like a bluff. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, next up we have ace 7 suited for 30 chips. Definitely going to want to see a flop here. We'll most likely fold to a raise. I'm also down to 848 chips, which is about half of what everyone else is carrying. So we're going to have to be a little more selective, and that's the opposite of what we're looking for. This will be a very easy fold. If it checks around again, I might actually take a stab at it. Nope. Then we can go away. All right. Pocket twos. 3 hands, 3 playable hands right off rip. Would love to flop a set with pocket twos. That's something that could certainly get us right back in the game. And hopefully we get to see a cheap flop. And we got a big raise. And unless everybody calls, I don't think, well, I might have to call this just based on the pot odds and do a little set mining. Yep. Oh boy. I don't expect us to necessarily see a turn card, and we're not. We're going to get away from it. All right, we're now down to 668 chips, and I should mention that this is a little bit longer format. This is a regular format. I usually play turbos, which are 5-minute blind structures. This is an 8-minute blind structure, which is a little nicer, obviously, because you get longer time to make decisions. You get to see more hands at a lower blind structure, and it just changes up the pace of the game. You can be a little bit more selective, unlike us, who were already down quite a bit. But the beautiful thing about Hold'em is, as long as you got chips in front of you, you're never out. Deuce 8 offsuit. That's a super easy fold. And another diamond flop. It's interesting at this blind, just moving up to this, not blind level, this buy-in structure, that the gameplay already feels a little bit more elevated than when I was playing the $3.30 turbos. And certainly when we were originally building our bankroll from nothing, we were playing quarter sit and goes and 55-cent sit and goes, and those are just a complete dunk fest. People shoving in all over the place. Well, I guess I spoke too soon. We're all in here. So let's see. And we got a call and the nuts. All right, one player down. We've got 10-3. I'll bring it back when we've got something more playable and something to talk about. Okay, we're forwarding ahead about 5 hands. I paid a couple of blinds, and here we are with pocket tens on the button. This is actually my favorite hand in No Limit Hold'em. I've won more hands with this hand than any other hand. At least that's what it feels like. I haven't actually kept track, but I do very well with pocket tens, and we're going to hope these hold up because we're all in now against ace 6. We're just looking to fade. Ooh, an ace and a straight. Come on, baby. Here we go. And they made a straight, but we made a better straight.
You must feel proud and good.
So good job. And now we're following up with ace king. Guess what? We're going to play this one as well. And from the cutoff, I like ace king, suited or unsuited. I meant to raise there. Got a little too excited about my double up, and I just called. So I actually wanted to bring that in for a raise. So would always recommend, almost always recommend bringing your ace king in late position in for a raise, because now we're possibly going to yeah. I was hoping for a re-raise, and then we could either thin the herd or come over the top. Neither of those happened, and it's looking like we may have to rely on a high card here, but if somebody bets, it's going to be trouble. I'm guessing somebody must have hit a jack or something here. Maybe not a 9. 9 would have bet. Let's see, king 5. Yeah, that's great. All right, that's how not to play ace king in late position.
Bad judgment.
All right, so we basically treaded water for an entire round. Blinds are 50 and 100, and we have kings on the button. Some good button hands so far. Let's see if we can do some damage with the kings and not waste them. I'm hoping for a raise here from the cricket, and then we can re-raise on top and get a little more value. Nope. Let's go ahead and put some money in the pot and hope to get called. I'm hoping this looks like a steal.
Very aggressive.
Probably overplaying my kings. Yep. Would have liked some action on those. You know, it's funny. Standard sit and go theory generally says when you've got about 10 big blinds, you should shove, which we did. Well, we had 11 big blinds. We had 1,100 and a pretty massive hand. But then when you don't get any action on it, it almost seems like you've wasted it. Ace 4 was an easy fold there. We're going to fold the 6-5. We're almost back to our starting stack, which is we're at 1346. We started with 1500. And I'm going to let that go, and I'll see you back here in a minute when I get a better hand. Well, that's what we've been doing. We sat through and folded through 2 rotations with absolute garbage, and blinds are 75 and 150. And we've got 1121 left with a king-queen. Certainly not my favorite hand, but we are in position here. So, as Dan Harrington says, grab your and put it all in. So that's what we're doing. Oh, we couldn't have been in a better spot. Just needed to dodge a jack here. Fantastic. All right, that's a huge double up for us, up to 2,300. Well, looky here. We got aces on the next hand. Those could not have come at a better time. We've got some big hands in this tournament so far. Aces, kings, tens, ace, king. Not going to mess around at this point because the big blind has such a small stack. I could have afforded to just raise there, but I wanted to make sure they were all in, and then ace, king suited behind it. And again, not learning my lesson from the previous ace, king, I have chosen to limp here. But there is a method to my madness. Again, I'm really attempting to utilize some strategy to knock out that short stack because they can play a big factor in how the hand gets played. We have whiffed on our ace-king twice in a row. Last time was ace-king offsuit. This is ace-king of spades. Obviously, we hit one spade. We've got no pair, no draw. We're going to call simply because the bet was too small to scare me away. Now we've got a straight draw. Do I want to use the chips on a straight draw? The board is already paired. If a diamond comes out, I'm not going to love it. We're going to go ahead and fold. All right, here we've picked up a pretty playable ace-queen offsuit. We're in the big blind. We'll see what kind of action we get behind us. It is getting a little bit more aggressive now as we're down to 6 players. I probably won't abide a limp from Rickety Cricket. Let's go ahead and put the pressure on. All right. Ace queen followed by king queen offsuit. Not super in love with this hand, although I do seem to do pretty well with it. I am going to let it go since we got a caller. And I expect the big blind to call, so the value of our king queen doesn't really work out too well. And, ooh, well, shame on us. We would have taken it down. But at this point in time, I want to be conserving chips while playing aggressively, which is, I guess they call that tight aggressive format. So before, where we were playing tight, at the beginning of the game, now we're going to loosen it up a little bit. We've got a few chips to play with. Not going to call with the queen 10 here. It's just not a strong enough holding at this stage in the tournament, and we're paying for it again. We would have flopped a set. All right. What's next? 4-9. Yeah, that's an easy one. We'll be back. All right, we have traded a few chips through blind donations, and we've picked up ace-queen in the small blind. If there's no action in front of me, or light action, this will almost certainly be an all-in. Let's see how frisky these players want to get. We have one limp, and here goes the money. Good luck to us. We've got a fold and some consideration. Some deep consideration, and we took it down, which is basically what we want to do in that position. We're not in the money yet. Still 5 players left. We want to conserve our chips until we hit the money, and then we can start getting super aggressive. 3-2, virtually worthless in this spot. Let's see what happens with this all-in. Maybe we'll get one step closer to cashing. Nope. Uncontested push. We got deuce 6. We're going to wait for something better. All right, this is our third ace king of the day. Blinds 150, 300. It is time to move. You can see we've lost another player, and we're on the bubble. Not going to limp like we did the last two times. We're going to play this as strong as we can. Uh-oh, we got a caller. All right. Hopefully we're up against a weaker ace. I don't want to be flipping against a pair here, if at all possible. Well, if we get another caller, we're almost certainly in a heap of trouble here. Ace King is a virtual coin flip against Queens. Oh, Ace 10, this is the best spot, and we flop the King. And a 5 would have chopped the pot, but it held up, and we have just moved ourselves into the money. And I believe we're the chip leader as well, 4,800 chips. All right, so now we're in the money, which is great. Blinds are high relative to our stacks. So I expect it to be reasonably aggressive going forward. And yeah, you can have my queen 2 and my big blind. Go for it. All right, king 7. I will most likely be raising here. Yeah, king 7's pretty strong, three-handed. I'm almost always playing it heads up in a situation like this. I notice this player takes a long time to make their decisions. A very long time in this case. And I'm guessing a super weak ace maybe, and they just don't want to get involved. They could have had a hand like queen 10, queen jack. I don't know. Raising it up with king jack in position, like I said. Once you're in the money, especially in a sit and go, you cannot wait around for super premium hands. You will lose it to blinds. You also want to be the aggressor, or else people will take advantage of you. So make them play back at you. Put them to the test on every hand, and once you have the chip lead, selectively and aggressively put the pedal to the metal and don't let up. Yeah, because now we're going to get some walks, even with a 3-6. I got pocket sixes. Any pocket pair in this spot is pretty much going to light it up. And we got a raise. I'm expecting 6 minutes of consideration and then a fold. Of course, knowing how tight this player is, if they push all in there, I might have to think about folding. 5-7, even though we're on the button. I'm not going to get too squirrely. That's the other thing, is you have to show that you are able to fold on occasion, or they won't believe you. Oh, we got an all-in for Midwest. Guarantee you, that's a pretty good hand under there, and the cricket knows it as well. No call. Jack deuce and the big blind. Blinds are 200, 400. Not the greatest hand in the world, although it is a face card. I don't love the kicker. And hopefully we get a walk here. Walk would be nice. We have cricket out chipped 2-1. Yeah, they don't want to mess around. And with an ace 5, we'll definitely be raising that up. I'm wondering if Midwest over here is maybe playing multiple games, which is why it's taking so long to make decisions. So that's always a possibility too. That's the thing about online poker, is you would never really know who you're playing against. I could be playing against a 12-year-old who logged into his parents' account or something like that. But hopefully not at the moderate level games. You know, you're in a 25-cent game, anything goes. But this is a little bit higher. There's about I think it's $27 for first place, $30 for first place, something like that. So that's not too bad. And you can just see kind of a lot of back and forth. It's a little bit of chess right now. Folding the button, cricket folds again. So I'm getting a lot of respect and picking up a lot of chips here, since I'm already the chip leader. That's a tough call with ace-4. I'm guessing I'm beat there. I don't want to call light because I don't have to at the moment. I'd rather wait for a much better spot, especially since both players seem to be playing selectively. They're not playing like maniacs. So if he had gone in the last 4 hands in a row and I still had him out chipped 2.5 to 1, I'd probably call with the ace there. But that's the beauty of poker, is the answer is always, it depends. It depends on every little nuance and situation. And ace-jack, we're not going to allow a free flop here. That would be irresponsible. He's only got 2,900 left, so let's get it all in. No. Okay. Yep. On the button with queen 4, that's an easy getaway. One of these guys is going to have to push sooner or later. They're getting low on chips. Oh, there it is. And a call. Something's going to happen here. Ace-6 way out ahead right now. And there it is. All right. Oh, Midwest has a couple chips left. Not enough even for a small blind. You'd be smart to get. I should have got it in there with anything. That way you got a chance for a triple up. See, now what I can do is put some pressure on with anything, because Rickety Cricket doesn't want to risk giving up second place in this spot when he knows that Midwest has 114 chips. So that's a smart move by Rickety Cricket. And I got pocket tens again. We're going to check this down, I'm guessing. Don't like the jack. Don't mind the jack now. We should almost certainly be taking it. And we've guaranteed at least a second place. And now, hopefully, I can put on a clinic here, playing heads up. Yep, we're going to call because of the chip count. Uh-oh, he's got a pair. And we got a bigger pair. And the game is over. All right. Well, thanks for sticking with me. We got the win, and looks like, $27 off a $660 investment. Not too shabby.